EcoWorthy solar array sun tracker, solar tracker. 6 195 watt bifacial panels. This thing is awesome. Produces way more power. It's able to track the sun. You can see the sun's kind of hitting it right now, but the sun's behind some trees, right? So I don't have it completely open here. However, my batteries, I have 4 group 30, I'm guessing they're about 100 amp hours a piece, lead acid batteries temporarily for now. Completely off grid out here. My batteries run my Wi-Fi, my PlayStation, my TV, my phone charger, and the fridge, which is a full-size fridge if I need to turn it on. I usually run that at night with a generator for now, and then it stays cool throughout the day. This thing is awesome. It's totally awesome. Temporarily, because I just got this thing, I'm running it off of an M12 6.0 battery. I just push the wires positive to negative, negative to negative, whatever, however it's supposed to be. Positive, positive, negative, negative. Had a little piece of scrap metal, made me a bracket, made sure it didn't hit. Put that right there. As you can see, it's all powered up. That battery runs this solar tracker system for over a week. So when it dies, I just unplug it, take it inside, charge it overnight, put it back out here. It's done for another week. I don't have to touch it. Big pet peeve of mine I see a lot of people not doing is dressing up their wires. They just leave them hanging. It looks like a big old mess. And it's not just so much for aesthetics, it's also for things like kids running around or anything, you know, animal, deer come through here with antlers and snag one of these wires and rip it out of the solar panel. Well, they're not going to cover that under warranty. At least I don't think they will, and I'm not going to take the risk. So what I did here for the main 2 wires coming out is I just made me a loop and I zip tied them together and it flexes. So any way this thing pivots, it will never be able to pinch this because it can't reach it. It cannot physically, I can push it, but it comes right back. For this one actuator, I just ran it up, over, and back down because none of this pivots. For the solar tracker sensor, I just left plenty of slack right here and it can pivot without problem. Nestled the rest of it up here and zip tied it, and then ran it all the way down to the northeast corner. For those who don't know, because a lot of videos don't tell you, this needs to be facing south, direct south. If you put it backwards, it will try to go backwards because it's confused. Some people talk about you got to take the panel off, flip wires around for your east-west movements. I didn't have any of those issues, but just so people know, there are times where you have to do that. You do have to wire in your wind sensor. It's not terrible. It is a little, like, you got to finesse it because you only have about this much space between the outside and where the connector is. So I do wish it was like offset a little bit, give you more room, but it's not the end of the world. I poured 3 foot in the ground, inch above the ground, so I'm about 3'1". The actual hole below there is about 8 inches circle, and then the top is 16 by 16. I didn't have to make it that big. I just wanted a big. When I poured the slab, I did it. Oops, I did not measure, or not. I didn't locate south. Not the end of the world. I think it's actually going to make it a little stronger like this anyway. Those anchors are dead center down in that actual big round part that goes all the way down. Not had a problem. This thing is solid as can be. One thing I will say is it's going to eat the paint here. I think I'm gonna put some grease here or something. What I may end up doing is I might take it off, drill a hole all the way through, tap it, and put a grease fitting in there where I can just put some grease in there, because I don't really like it. I mean, it's galvanized behind it. Come on, phone focus. It's galvanized, but I don't like it. I'd rather not do that. The end clamps are a bit of a pain. They like to turn. You can see it's got a little space. I just held it with channel locks while I turned it with Allen wrenches. Another thing to be note of is the screw or bolt will hit the unistrut. However, it does not have a problem. You can still just tighten it up wherever it lands. It's fine. The in-betweens, it's a lot easier because you got 2 panels holding it together. It can still twist, but doesn't. Sorry guys, my phone doesn't want to focus. The panels are dirty, I need to clean them. Anyway, this is the EcoWorthy. I get about, I probably get about a kilowatt a day. It's basically 1200 watts. So it just depends on the sun. So I get sun from noon till about 4:30, and then I'll get a little bit in the afternoon. But even right now, with it completely in the shade, I'm getting my phone does not want to focus. I'm getting about 2 amps right now, which is fine. The batteries are at 13.8 right now, so it's not the end of the world. By the end of the day, they're ready to go, and it's been cloudy most of the day today anyway. But if you're looking for a solar tracker, or you're looking to invest, go buy this kit off eBay. It's way cheaper than if you bought it from EcoWorthy directly. I don't know how these people do it, but they do. You get your 695 watt bifacial panels, solar array. It's not going to come with these power wires that I have here, so you're going to need to order that and come down. Eventually I'm going to put a junction box, or my brain's melting because I'm human. Anyway, combiner box right here, and run that out. So eventually, right over here somewhere, I'm going to put or build a shed that's dedicated to power. It's going to be the batteries, the inverters. I want to put a fire suppression system in there. That way I never have to worry about it. If something goes sideways, that fire suppression will automatically fire off. I shouldn't say fire, but it will disperse its chemical in there to knock out the fire. It may not be able to put it all out, but I think if I put a big enough system, it should be able to handle it just fine, because it's going to be confined. I'm going to put a mini split in there, and it'll have its own regulated temperature. My plan is to buy another 7 of these, and I'm going to do a diamond pattern. So one here, one over there on that side, one in the middle, and then another one way back, one left, one right, and then clear all these trees out. And then eventually I'm going to take out all these trees, because a lot of them are dying. Like, I don't want to cut them all down, but you see it's like falling apart and rotting. So I'm gonna chop all of them down and use it as firewood or wood to build stuff out of. I got a lot of good straight pines, and I really need to get a sawmill out here. Like, I want to buy one, but they are $3,000, and I need to invest in power and do my own well and everything else. So if anybody wants to sponsor me on a sawmill, man, look, I could put it to work. I have more trees than I know what to do with. Anyway, my name is Brandon, and I live 100% off grid, and this system's only going to grow. So if you'd like to see what it comes down to, or figure out how it works or whatever, I'm not great with making videos, but I will do my best to explain it. I answer questions, concerns, comments, whatever. So hit the bell, subscribe. See you on the next one.